Alright. So, I've been working on this thing. It's driving me crazy, but almost done. Basically the local autosave system, and the tricky part was trying to figure out what to do in the situation when there's a canvas conflict. So, for example, I have this same painting open on another device over here on the side on an iPad, and I can start drawing on the iPad. You can't see it right now, but I'm basically drawing a bunch of random stuff on the iPad right now on the same exact canvas, and then when it auto saves, it will basically send a signal over to this one and do this. Oh damn it, why isn't it showing the thumbnail? Let me try this again. Of course, as soon as we go live, this is the first time this problem is happening. But I'm saving another autosave over here. It's probably also not going to work. Okay, so maybe I have to save it. Wow. I love how this happens. Third time's a charm. No. Yes. Maybe. Okay. So it detects that there's a change. But for some reason it doesn't like it. Let me try on a different one here. So it's showing up on the iPad when I do some strokes over here on the computer. It pops up on the iPad with that little dialog box. Let me see. Go over here. Or it should. No. Let me make the autosave interval a little bit lower so I can see it. Okay, that's working on the iPad. Now I just need to get it to work over here on the computer. Okay, I did a few strokes. It's auto-saving now. It should detect it. There it is. Oh, there we go. So now it pops up with the changes from the iPad. And then you can either choose to ignore it by closing this or selecting the existing one, or you can select the new one and then it pops in with the new changes. So, as you can see, the system's not perfect yet, but I'm working on it. It's kind of breaking my brain a bit, because we're basically creating like a little mini Dropbox here, where it has to keep the offline and the online version in sync, but seems to be working now, right? Huh? Remote canvas changed. Huh. Did I screw something up here? We can do a git diff to see changes that most recent changes basically. Oh, you know what I think it is? I think I know what it is. I think it was this get remotes. Where is it? It was getting the remote canvas data, but it's not updated. I think that's what was screwing it up. So let me go back to this. Check if ID remote. This stuff really hurts my head because I'm already not great with time, and all of this stuff is all time related. But here, I'm gonna get rid of this. So now it always gets the server version info, the most updated. Okay, now that's working. Let me just double check this here. I'm gonna do some strokes from the iPad again. Should pop up here. Yes. Okay, we grabbed those changes. Let me see if I can send the changes back over there. It should pop up with a little dialogue. Okay. Okay, alright. That's it. So let me get rid of this crap. And I'm gonna save all this stuff. Okay. Now I wanna start drawing. This is my reward after doing all this stuff that gives me a headache. Now I can actually relax and do a painting. Finally. And you can see as we're drawing, it's sending updates to the server and passing it over to the other device. So hopefully things will stay in sync better now. And also the other part of this system is the local autosaves, which I showed last time, but you can hit tab to bring up this little autosaves pop-up, and then we can go back in time. And these are just local. Like this. And I might adjust that a little bit to be able to hold more, because right now it's only holding a handful of them. You can also go click on your profile picture and then show autosaves will bring that menu up. Yeah, it's only storing 10 autosaves right now, but I want to probably bring that up to 15. Let me just do that now. Where is that? Get autosaves. No? Get versions. Calling them versions now, just in case in the future we want to store all versions somewhere, either online or locally. I think versions is a better name than autosaves. So let's see, get versions. Oh, remove oldest. Or delete oldest. Remove oldest. Okay, so this is the total amount of autosaves we can have across all canvases, and then this is per canvas here, so I should probably name these. Let versions per canvas is 15, and then versions per gallery is 25. Like this. And that way, this will probably be exposed as a preference later, but for now I'm just hard coding it in there just for testing. Okay, so let's go back to work. Okay. And then on the other side of things, Alt hotkey has been fixed, so now it works even if saturation is negative. There were some weird things happening when saturation was negative, but I think it's mainly all fixed now, hopefully. But yeah, so this update, man, I've it took a lot longer than I thought it would to get this autosave/versioning system working, but once this is live, I'm going to be able to get back to doing actual features. Well, I mean, this is a feature, a pretty important one, I think, because it's not good to be losing data. But I guess I could say more fun features like layers, having, being able to duplicate layers, or layer opacity, and just more useful things like that. This is kind of what I would consider more of a administrative feature, where it's not, super fun to the painting process maybe, but it's something that's useful and probably pretty necessary. Okay, let's see. This bear needs to be stuck in here. Oh, another change is basically the subdivision level has been raised, the maximum. So we can go all the way up to 6 now, which is a little bit crazy. Especially with bigger brush sizes, it gets super slow. So really what this is designed for is when you have a small brush size for something like a pencil. So you can see when we use it like a pencil, it's pretty fast, and it gives us nice interesting little texture here, like that. Sort of like a crayon. So I think this will probably be I'll probably make a default preset like this for pencil, because right now we don't really have a good pencil. Yeah, and that this will just replace the standard pencil, I guess. Right. It also creates an interesting effect with other textures, like this, like a dry marker. Could probably replace dry marker with something more like this. But then again, the only issue with these is that when you get bigger in size, it gets pretty slow. So then you have to go back down to 5 or 4. Another thought with this is it could be adaptive, where it changes the subdivision level depending on the size of the tool, so that it, kind of compensates for the size. Let me undo all this crap. Or, here, I'll hit tab. Let me get out of here. And then we can just jump back to where we were. Here we go. And then the way this works is when you start drawing again on this, it'll start auto-saving again. So eventually we end up overwriting this. So you can see if I hit tab again, we're overwriting again. And it also gives you a nice little timing, how long ago was that last autosave. Right now they're very tightly packed together because we're only saving every 3 strokes or whatever. Autosave, enter. But for the actual live version, it's probably going to be more like 30 or 50. Here, let's just try 30. See how that feels. Ideally, I want it to be every 5 to 10 minutes it'll save. Otherwise, it's kind of like unnecessary. Let's go back to this. And also the cool thing about this is that the autosave system works offline, so uh, basically you'll always have a backup even if you're offline. Oh, I should probably check the stream to make sure it's working. Go back here. It's not working, is it? Okay. No, it is working. What the heck? How come I can't see my stream? Oh, it is working. Okay. Sorry, guys. Barely register. Funny. Okay. Yeah, also got a little bit of a cold, so but it's getting better now. Sorry if I sound like a frog today. Ooh, I wonder if auto eye drop would work good here. Start and end. Show brush settings. So this is just the default oil tool here. So when you click on the tool twice, you can see all the settings. But this is just default. I haven't changed anything. And it's the first tool you'll see when you go on WEBBYPAINT. By the way, guys, if you're here and you're new to all this stuff, basically I am developing a painting application called WEBBYPAINT, and it's browser based, so you can just run it on Chrome or whatever, or Firefox, and you can paint like this. And you guys that have been here for a while, you know, like I also worked on this other program called Heavy Paint, which was basically, Webby Paint is the next version of Heavy Paint, and they're sort of like cousins. But yeah, let me know if it works. It should hopefully work on most browsers. So, I'm very tempted to start working on the eyes and stuff, but I'm gonna try to do the soft blends first, like how this, the nose sort of blends up into the head. Because generally with the softer gradients, they're really hard to do once you have sharp details in the painting, so I want to do it before I put anything sharp, ideally. So it would be soft to sharp order of operations in terms of the bear, I guess. He sort of looks like a platypus right here. Except, okay, the proportions are kind of wrong. Let me grab the liquefy, put it up here. So liquefy is another tool that lets you move stuff around. So let's say I want the nose to be higher up, I can just drag it up with liquefy. And then maybe the top of the head is flatter. One thing that I'm missing here, I think, is the nose should be rounder feeling. Right now, to me it looks like a platypus right now. The nose is really flat, or like a duck. Oops. What the heck did I do? Okay. So to get the nose rounder, maybe we could just liquefy again. Bring the sides down and the middle up. So even though it's not really like a defined line that you can see, it's still important to get the shape right. Basically, we're just imagining that if we drew a line over the snout, it would go like this, right? And we have to imply that somehow, otherwise it's gonna look weird. In this case, I think the liquefy works good. These other shapes here, we can try to imply the direction with the brush strokes too. Like making it follow the direction of what's happening there, or following the direction of the fur. You can also hold spacebar to adjust your values. I'm using a Wacom Intuos Pro. This is one of the ones that the regular tablet that doesn't have a screen, and I've always liked these kind of tablets just because they're really portable, and they don't get hot. And another little side benefit of this kind of tablet is that it's better for your neck because you don't have to look down at the tablet. You just look up at the screen and paint with the tablet down on the table. So it's good for your health longer term if you're drawing a lot. And then the other kind of secret thing about my setup is I've got this thing called a Wacom Art Pen, which works pretty good. It lets you twist the pen from the top. So it has this thing called barrel rotation, and it lets you twist, and that helps a lot with digital painting to make it feel more natural, I think. So in other mildly exciting news, the pigeon that we drew the other day, or did I draw the pigeon on stream? Maybe I didn't. But anyway, one of these stupid pigeon drawings, I posted it on Instagram, and it ended up getting like 150, I think it's 140 something thousand views or likes as of now, which is insane because that has never ever happened for me before. And I was like, wow, pigeons. So, and then the owner of the pigeon contacted me and was like, hey, tag me. And so I tagged her, and then now we're both going viral together, and other art, not art, but like meme pages on Instagram have retweeted it or reposted it, and then like her and I are going around like, hey, tag us on your post. So anyway, that was a fun little thing, my first time going viral. If only I was a pigeon, I would do really well on Instagram, but alas, I'm just a regular person. But anyway, the pigeon's name I found out is Kettle, which is a cute name, and Yeah. And I don't know if it was because it's a pic. Is it because it's a picture of a pigeon, or is it because the pigeon is on a phone call? Like the pigeon is doing a Zoom call with you. So I think that's part of it too. You can't just be a pigeon, but I'm starting to realize that the internet is a very strange and unexplainable place, and basically it's just chaos. But I think for for Heavy Jan, which is coming up next month, I'm probably going to be doing more paintings of animals taking Zoom calls because those are like my best Instagram posts. I did one of animals in the pandemic doing Zoom calls, and it was like there's a what do you call it? Boston Terrier? No. What is the target dog's breed? Bull Terrier. And that one did pretty good too. But I mean, I like to paint silly things anyway, so it works out for me. Yeah, Jack Terrier, sorry, that's what it is. Wait, no, Jack Russell. Is it? Is there a Bull Terrier too? Boo, 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 boo. I like how tiny this bear's ears are. They barely register. Okay, this edge right here on the corner is bothering me. It's too sharp. So maybe we can smudge it a little. You had to unsub and resub plus notifications. Oh yeah, the stupid bell thing. It's pretty annoying. But thank you for doing that. I know that pressing 2 or 3 buttons on the internet is actually a pretty big commitment. So thank you guys if you end up pressing buttons in relation to this channel. It's much appreciated. Oh, what the heck? Am I shadow banned from YouTube? I mean, I don't blame them. My videos are too boring. They don't... I think I'm like Bob Ross, except not as likable. Let's see. Alright, I'm liking the hair happening here. I'm liking that the hair is going in every different direction. And he looks like a koosh ball, which is good. Oh yeah, did Bob Ross even have music? I don't remember if he did or not. I've been really into this one guy on YouTube lately, guys. We're playing him right now, but he's this really strange looking European dude, but like he looks like I don't know. He looks interesting, but I really, really like his mixes. And his name is Dedeco on YouTube. I found him because he did this really cool Wipeout soundtrack kind of tribute. And he also interviewed the composer for Wipeout, Cold Storage, and had like this little commentary from the actual guy who did the soundtrack, which was pretty cool. So he seems like he puts a lot of work into all the mixes. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm not likable. I think I'm likable, but Bob Ross is the most likable, most most precious human, I think. Well, not precious, but you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Bob Ross, he's the GOAT. Oh yeah, Mr. Rogers too. Well, let's check up on the autosaves, see how it's doing. Okay, so we've got 1 minute ago, 4 minutes ago, 450, 540. So it seems to be about roughly a minute between a minute or two. I think that could be probably increased a little bit, right? Because if we look at this, like, if you look at all the thumbnails here, they're all pretty freaking similar to the point where it's like pointless, right? Because if I go back here, it is kind of cool to jump through the history like this. This is also cool because before, people used to complain about undoing a lot. It would be really slow. So this is kind of a way to like teleport to different history states. I'm gonna try maybe 50 and see how that goes. It's Dedeco with a C, like how J run. I'm obsessed with his Wipeout mix. Let me see if I can find it. I can't handle. I'm such a sucker for Wipeout music. And then he always has really cool visuals too. Like, Wipeout painting would be cool. That would be fun. Yeah, maybe I'll... It'd be fun to actually try to design something for a change. I kind of forget that I used to be a designer at one point. I've been really inspired by Tech Nouveau's Wipeout stuff lately. Also, on Instagram, he's doing some cool models. And then there's another guy doing graphic design called Bao Nguyen, who's really, really good. He does all these graphics that look like Wipeout style. And man, I've been thinking it'd be really cool to try to talk to Tech Nouveau or some of these guys and see if they'd be interested in making a game someday. Because man, imagine Wipeout with like Unreal Engine 5, the most super duper badass models and designers. Like, it would be cool to get Jama Jubarev to do it, because we've talked about possibly doing a game someday also. But then the only part that's missing though is the music, because music is super huge part of Wipeout, and I don't really know that many musicians. But I'm sure that just like how there's, you know, designers and visual artists that grew up with Wipeout and are super obsessed with it, I'm sure there's musicians also, like this guy, or other, you know, people making more original music too that are in that vein. That would be so cool to create like a team like that someday. And I'm like, I'm 100% sure if that kind of a team got together, just a handful of super badass artists, it would be so damn cool. And, you know, it would be just, you know, a few people working on it, small team, and it would be amazing. Or like someone like Paul Jadison. I don't know if you guys have seen his latest movie thing too. It was pretty crazy. But he's another guy. He actually did a game called Strike Vector, which was sort of had a little bit of Wipeout DNA in it. Like, it's got spaceships that look really cool. And he's a really good modeler / designer. I don't know if you guys ever do that, but I like to imagine these like little dream teams sometimes, because I follow a lot of artists on Instagram, and I'm like, oh man, what if we got that guy from over there, that guy from over there, always like all these different disciplines, and just smush them, put them together in a room and see what happens. Like fantasy football, I guess. I don't know Roxy, no. Okay, the bear, let's see, the bear should be looking up. I think the eyes need to be more pointing up. Oh, okay, well, then I guess I do know her, because I love the marketing art. Like all the GTA posters and stuff. That's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, I think I've seen some of those posters that she's made. They're pretty iconic. If you guys were forced at gunpoint to recreate one of your favorite video game franchises or movie franchise or whatever, like if you were to do your own version of one of your like dearest franchises, what would that be for you? Oh yeah, I think I remember Sly Cooper. He had a hat, right? Or it was like a film noir thing. Biomenace, I've never seen that one. The reason I got into drawing was because me and my brother started sketching out Zelda and created bosses and levels. Nice. That was the most fun ever. Yeah, like just drawing out game designs when you're a kid. That's the best. I don't know, like I think, what was it? For me, that was Command and Conquer. Like the night after I first played Command and Conquer, I went to school and was just like drawing little Humvees and soldiers and stuff in little top-down maps at school, and just imagining like, oh, what would happen if this guy was over here and then he came in and flanked over there and he had bazookas over there and tanks over there. It's just so stupid, but so fun. And the cool thing is, like, games back then, I think, were a lot of times designed on paper. Like, I got to work at Insomniac Games for a few months, and I was asking one of the, original guys there about Spyro, and he showed me some sketches that were, like, just paper sketches of maps. Like, they just built it from the drawings, which is pretty cool. And if any of you guys here are too young for Spyro, it was like, I think one of the first 3D platformers on PlayStation, which was a pretty big deal at the time. Okay, I was totally off on Sly Cooper, but yeah, it would be fun. And I guess the crazy thing is that now that we have Unreal Engine and Godot Engine and all these tools that are pretty much free to use, you can build all this stuff at home by yourself, or like with a couple friends, and you could at least make like a pretty convincing little tech demo or something, I think, which was impossible not too long ago. I feel like this is the kind of thing where I've been sort of like thinking about it in the back of my head over the past few years, and it's probably going to be like someone is going to just come along and do it, and then I'm going to have regret and be like, oh man, I should have just gone for it. AI aided game engine. How does that work? I mean, one thing I think would be pretty crazy is if someone does a version of The Sims where the people are, AI instead of, I mean, the original Sims, they have AI, but they're like hard-coded AI, but having a more lifelike AI in there would be pretty crazy. Prompt mechanics. Yeah, I guess that would be, I mean, yeah, should be able to basically do everything. The Sims had their own like weird language called Simoleon, I think, and it's sort of like gibberish, but they would talk sometimes and have little conversations. But Can't really understand what they're saying. I'm still also excited for when the AI is able to translate what animals are saying. Like, I just want to know what cats are saying to us all the time, and dogs. Because they're definitely talking, right? They're saying something to each other. Alright, let's check up on autosaves here. So, we got 1 minute, 4 minute, 9 minute, 10, 11, 17, 24. Okay, it's from 2 to 3 minutes now. What do you guys think? Is 2 to 3 minutes too frequent? Or you know what? Actually, maybe I haven't really... Actually, it's probably more like 4 minutes now. Because these ones are probably old. Like, from here to here. Yeah, that's a pretty small jump there. So these are tiny, small jumps. I think I'm just painting slow then, huh? Or should they be bigger chunks? Wait, what happened to Insomniac games? Internal data? Uh-oh. That sucks. Try. I mean, I feel like that's bound to happen to every company if they're really big. Okay. All their future releases unveiled. Well, are people excited about them? 'Cause they're gonna get unveiled eventually. Oh, so they're becoming like the official Marvel studio, I guess. Well, I mean, at least hopefully that work will be stable for them for a long time. That was the one cool thing at Insomniac, is like there was a lot of people that had been there for a long time, 10, 15 years, which which is nice. It's nice to have that kind of security. And there did seem to be, some amount of loyalty to the employees too. There was one guy who had sort of a pretty serious illness, and the company was helping to take care of bills, medical bills and stuff. So that was pretty nice. Hey, thank you, Hachi-kan. I'm pretty happy to hear that. Yeah, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this project. About 4 years of work. Am I making this painting worse? I think I am making it worse. Yeah, I'm going back to here. A little bit of gray hair there, huh? Not a young pup anymore. Okay, another thing I've been liking to do lately is try to pay attention to the edges a little bit more. So, like, get this edge, prevent it from being too sharp. A little bit of blur. I mean, it's still a pretty sharp edge, but it gets a little bit blurrier, like down in this corner. There's two ways to do it. You can do it with the blur, but I'm not really liking that, so maybe with fan oil. Just like feathering the edges with the fan. Okay. Well, that's one mix down. I think this painting is getting there. Pretty close. He's looking furrier. Alright, so yeah, this test is a success. I think the autosave stuff is pretty much ready. I just need to do a couple more test paintings, and then it will probably go live. I know I said this like 4 days ago, but then I had to go through like a huge redo of everything to land back at the same solution. So anyway, I can't wait for this update to be finished because I'm tired of looking at dates. Then we can get back to more fun stuff. Okay. Alright, and then I need to also probably make an official announcement for Heavy Jan pretty soon, because it's only 10 days away from January. But anyway, yeah, we'll see you guys next time. If I don't see you, hopefully you have a good holiday. But we'll probably do another stream before Heavy Jan starts. Okay, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.